2009 F1 World Champion Jenson believes his former team McLaren have no choice but to prioritize Lando Norris if they are to overthrow Max Verstappen in this year's World Championship. Norris is 52 points behind Verstappen with 6 rounds remaining ahead of this weekend's United States Grand Prix. The points gap means Verstappen can still win his 4th title despite finishing second in every race, including the 3 sprint races. If Verstappen wins the title this year, Norris will rue a number of poor McLaren strategy decisions and a lack of team command. The most crucial example was the Hungarian Grand Prix, where Norris was forced to concede victory to Oscar Piastri in Hungary after missing the pit stop phase. At Monza, when they were free to race, Piastri's aggressive overtake at the second chicane left Norris vulnerable to Leclerc. Giving his view on the situation at McLaren, Button told the Sky F1 podcast, "I like not having team orders because as a driver you hate them. But at some point, if you want to win the World Championship, you need to prioritize one driver." Jenson has tipped Lando Norris to overtake Max Verstappen and win this year's F1 World title. Reigning World Champion Verstappen has a 52-point lead over McLaren's Norris with 6 Grands Prix and 3 sprint races remaining this season, which begins with this weekend's United States Grand Prix in Austin. Verstappen won 7 of the opening 10 Grands Prix to move into pole position in the championship as Red Bull dominated the early stages of the season, but he has now gone 8 races without a win. Norris has claimed 2 wins in that time with his much-improved McLaren and has outscored Verstappen in all but one other race to eat into the Dutchman's championship lead. "Yeah, I think Norris can win the title," 2009 World Champion told the Sky Sports F1 podcast. "I've been on Max's side, where the car isn't performing like it did at the start of the season and there's someone chasing you. It's tough. Max is a tough rider. I don't think the pressure will get to him like most other riders, but it's a tough situation. He already knows he won't win another race this year. He's in a position where he has to go home and take the points. But sometimes when you put pressure on yourself, it's harder to get on the podium." And Button believes Verstappen's life would be even more difficult if teams like Ferrari and Mercedes were able to compete at the front. "It's not just McLaren who are quicker with Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri has also had some great results. Mercedes and Ferrari are all there," he added. "If they all get a weekend together and Red Bull are not performing as well as they did at the start of the year, that means a lot of points lost in one race. It's still unclear. Max is in a good position, but his position is under high pressure, and I think that's interesting. F1 as a whole is in a very good position at the moment. We have so many teams fighting for wins. I didn't expect it this year, I really didn't, but I'm happy to see 4 teams fighting for wins.